Hello everybody, welcome back to the Great White Sharpedo Pokemon channel. Today is another Pokemon Fire Red solo speedrun challenge video. And today we have a bit of a different one. We have a solo run with the STARMIE. So we go ahead and replace our starter Squirtle with the STARMIE. And we name it Poliwrathing. Thank you for the suggestion. Hopefully we can do a half decent run. As you'll see, we have a few challenges along the way, but it is quite refreshing to have a run where we don't grind for hours and hours upon end. So we go into the rival battle against Bulbasaur, who's obviously the hardest for us to fight. And from the first battle, we actually have to use our potion, which we don't have to do too often, so bit of a shock. But after about 48 minutes or so, we head to Brock straight away, skip the rival battle, and one-shot both of Geodude and Onyx with one water gun each. Again, quite refreshing to be able to take on Brock and just completely annihilate him in 2 moves. It's a good way to start a speedrun for sure, especially when it's going to be harder later on, that's for sure. So we finish off with Brock, we make our way through Mount Moon, we get to the rival at about level 20, and we realise that we are severely underleveled, and I probably skipped too many trainers along the way. I didn't really get a good enough shot at grinding my way up, so we end up paying for it pretty severely in this part of the run. This is probably the part of the run where we spend the most time at failing against the rival. In the whole entire run, we just get completely brick-walled by Bulbasaur every single time. And the problem with Cerulean City is once you hop that rail, you can't go back through Mount Moon and fight the trainers that you skipped, which I did. I skipped a fair few. I normally don't. I didn't really think this one through. I probably should have thought about it a lot more ahead, but didn't, and paid the consequences for it. Grinded up way too long. Quite frustrating, really. I was probably almost ready to restart the run because I'd wasted so much time, and I should have spent that extra few minutes as opposed to about an hour of mucking around here. As you guys can see, I just lose over and over again, and I actually use a rare candy to level up and get swift, but still doesn't do us much favour. The only way that we actually win is via a critical hit against Bulbasaur. As you'll see, we amazingly finally get some sort of stroke of luck and manage to completely one-hit KO him with a critical hit Swift. But I think this is at least attempt number 10 in this video so far. I just have to keep running back and fighting the Pidgeotto because there's nowhere to train, there's nowhere to grind up, and as you can see it there, it's a critical hit, and we can finish off the rest of his team and finally move on with the rest of our run. It's not a good start, that's for sure. We have a good start against Brock, and then we can go through Nugget Bridge and beat off everybody else. Then we take on Misty and pretty much beat her convincingly because we learned Bubble Beam, and our special attack is quite high because we actually got the Modest Nature. I think you would have seen at the start that I didn't want to do the run with a Illuminate Staryu/STARMIE because that meant that my battles in the wild were going to be more frequent. So I got the Natural Cure one, and it had a Modest Nature. And you can see here, again, the rival. I've leveled up probably 5 more levels, and they've leveled up 1 or 2, and we still get brick walled by Ivysaur. Obviously later in the game that's not going to matter as much because we can teach Psychic to STARMIE or Blizzard/Ice Beam and get through sort of the tougher battles a lot easier. But as you can see, we're at 4-hour mark at the 3rd gym, which is really not a good start, and we managed to basically one-shot his whole team except for Raichu, who takes a couple of water pulses to beat. We go through to Celadon after the rock tunnels a breeze, and we evolve our Staryu into STARMIE, who gains the Psychic type as well, which is very handy because it means that we're going to have some stab Psychic attacks later on as well. As you can see against Erica, which 5 minutes beforehand would have been a rough battle, now becomes a one-hit KO, knockout the whole way through. Quite easy. And really the rest of the run including the Elite Four, we don't really have too many dramas along the way. It really was just that beginning. If I could go back and do it again, like a lot of the runs, I wish I would have done things a little bit differently. I wish I would have taken the time to take on the trainers in Mount Moon and all that sort of stuff. So we beat Giovanni, we go to the Lavender Tower, we fight the rival, and having Psychic obviously completely changes the game on its head. Makes life so much easier, and we completely destroy him, which is a nice change. And after 5 hours and 59 minutes, take note of that time, because this is where the run really picks up. We really cruise through the rest of the game. We one-shot Koga completely with Psychic. We go to Saffron City after that, and we try and take on our rival. And again, things are just so much more in our favour. I actually forget to heal up, so we're sort of lacking in PP. And I look at these little mistakes here, and I sort of curse myself a little bit, as you'll see later on, the reason why. But realistically, there's no real challenge here. We can take on the rival. I grab Lapras so that we have strength for later on in the game, so I don't have to catch another Pokemon. Then we take on Giovanni, and yet again, it's pretty simple. Now having the Psychic attack as well means we've got two moves that are super effective against his team, and there's no real dramas there at all. Once Kangaskhan leaves the team, it's really quite easy to beat him from there on out. So we take care of Giovanni, 6 hours and 17 minutes, so we're cruising through the game now. We take on Sabrina. One-shot our old team, except for Alakazam, who takes 2 shots to go down. And we get our 6th badge. We go straight to Blaine, like straight to Blaine. We don't muck around. I use some super repels to get through the secret base, secret hideout, what's it called? Pokemon Mansion is what it's called. And then beat Blaine. We go fight Giovanni straight away again. So we've really got like 4 badges in under an hour throughout the rest of the playthrough, which is probably the fastest I've ever done it. I really wanted to try and get through as quick as I could, and you can see my level here is probably by far the lowest level that I've been at against Giovanni, level 55, but our typing is just so good in our favour. So we go and take on the rival before the Elite Four, and again, it's not too much of a challenge. Things seem to be working out in our favour a lot more now that we've got Psychic. We can take down Venusaur, we can take down Pidgeot pretty easy, and we can basically one-shot the rest of his team. One of the things I do before the Elite Four is go and get the TM for Thunderbolt from Celadon City, and I also teach Blizzard to Starmie so that we can take care of the Dragon types. That was the only thing that I was really concerned about. I wanted to try and get Ice Beam, but I almost got it. I just didn't have enough money, so I thought, oh, stuff it. I've got Blizzard from the Pokemon Mansion, so I thought I would use that instead and take my chances, hopefully get some good accuracy. No real dramas here with Bruno either. Basically one-shot his whole team, which again is quite refreshing considering the challenges we had with Pokemon like Aaron and stuff and Breloom. So we take on Bruno, destroy his team, go straight to Agatha, and again Psychic a whole team into oblivion. Again, very refreshing to be able to take on the toughest trainers in the game and not really have much of a challenge. So then, once we've done that, we go straight to Lance, and we do actually get a fair bit of luck with Blizzard, which is nice, and Thunderbolt destroys Gyarados. I go for a Psychic, doesn't quite knock out Dragonair. I go for another one, doesn't quite knock out Dragonair, go for a Surf. I'm trying to preserve my Blizzards by this stage, because I don't know what I'm going to use in the final battle. We take on another Dragonair who is loading up on some outrages, Blizzard it to death. And then I get a bit paranoid here that we're going to run out against Dragonite, but we still have one left. Take care of it. And then we hit Aerodactyl with a big fat Surf, and he goes down like a sack of potatoes. We're on track here to potentially have an equal record, depending on how quick the battle goes with the rival. So I go for a Blizzard attack against Pidgeot, one-hit shot it, and then we go for a one-hitter against Arcanine with Surf. We go for a one-hitter Psychic against Venusaur. Again, considering how the game went earlier on, very satisfying. Thunderbolt, 4 times super effective against Gyarados. things are really going in our favour now. The only thing I had to worry about with Alakazam was healing up with potions just outside the full restore. It's the only thing that holds us up is full restoring. Real big pain in the bum, but we take our place in the Hall of Fame, and let's see what our time is. Can we beat the 7 hours and 39 minutes? 7 hours and 40 minutes. We miss out by 1 minute. So disappointed. Again, I think I go back and think of all the little things that I could have done to make it better, and I completely stuffed it up. So, bit of a downer, but what can you do? Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what things I can work on, what Pokemon you'd like to see me use, etc, etc. Please leave a like and a comment. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook as well. And guys, I will see you in the next speedrun video. Bye for now. Peace!